All right, these are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mark Z via PDK. Question, what IDs do we need to take to the exchange? Answer, I was told take whatever you would usually take to open bank accounts. Call your bank if you want to verify this. I'm told a current picture ID like driver's license and passport. I would suggest bringing your social security card or whatever correlating ID you have in whatever country you are in as well. Basically, call your bank and ask them what IDs you need to bring to open an account. All right, Mountain Goat article quote, Member of Parliament, parliamentary signatures submitted to restore the dollar's exchange rate. More pressure, but many of these PM also want the project to delete the zeros, not just to go back to 1200 rate. They want at least a 1-to-1 and the lower denominations to come back. All right, Frank 26 are going to have the new small category notes that will be given to the citizens, and they will coexist with a specific amount of 3-0 notes. As they get phased out inside of Iraq, they get phased out outside as well. 5 or 6 years ago, the 50 note was canceled by the Central Bank of Iraq. They gave everybody 90 days, so you had 90 days to turn in those 50 notes. All right, Mark Z via PDK. From everything I'm hearing from Iraq, looks like they're going back to a 1200 dinar to the dollar. I don't think so. It would not fit their budget and goes against everything I'm hearing in Iraq now. Also, keep in mind when you see this stuff, it's exactly what we were hearing in Kuwait before they revalued and exactly what we saw in China before they revalued last time. Don't let that shake you. All right, Jeff says, what's the number one thing they're hiding from you? It's the budget. Why is the budget so important? What does it mean? What does it signify? The reason I put a linchpin on it is because the budget itself is the linchpin to the rate change. That's why they're playing the game in the media. When they finish the budget on Saturday, the 20th, in my opinion, they're going to change the rate about 24 hours later. All right, Pimpy says you get people out there saying, hey, I'm going to get you a special contract rate. Does that make sense to you? You think there's a contract rate that some group of people are going to get a special rate more than other people for whatever reason? Does that make sense? If a bank gave groups of people different types of rates, that would be a violation of the law. We're talking about banking here, people. You can't just handpick what rate each different group of people get. There has to be some consistency there. Nobody is going to get you a special contract rate. All right, Bruce via Wiser Now. Things are relatively quiet. I think we have a pretty good idea that that is for a reason, that things have slowed down and seem quiet because we are just about there. At least that is what we hope. We're hearing we should be looking for notification based on a source that is very high up, very strong bank source suggesting that Wednesday afternoon would be a great time for us to be notified in preparation for exchanges on Thursday the 18th. We don't know for sure how soon we would start the exchange, but I think if the notifications were received, then Thursday is definitely in play for us. Frank 26, Phase 2, a second rate change higher than 1-to-1. Yes, in our honest opinion, $1.45. How long will it take to collect the 3 zeros before the citizens have a second rate change increase? The answer is, I don't know. In my opinion, it's the same amount of time that they gave them to turn in the 50 dinar note. Is that second rate increase only domestically or domestically and international? Frank says it's for both sides. All right, Frank says, also, I'll say this, when they do reach that benchmark, we walk into Phase 3, conclusion. An area which we say all 3-0 notes that have been withdrawn from circulation allow them to finish their monetary reform and establish rear. 1-to-1 is not the real effective exchange rate, and nor will Phase 2's possible $1.45. In my opinion, this country is too powerful. I have no idea what this rear is. Militiaman article quote, passing the budget bill with the postponement of the vote on the Kurdistan quota and the exchange rate due to deep agreements about them is impossible. Talk about the postponement of the federal budget law for 2021 is about the resolving of the exchange rate until a final agreement in that regard. Then look a bit further. They have it ready and it is inevitable. So to have it resolved means they have already decided the exchange rate. They have agreed to 21 to 50% deductions in pay. All projects are stalled until the exposure of the rate, in my opinion. This data supports we are all in a good place. There's no way the Kurds would agree to deductions and salaries without an exchange rate to support it, and that offsets the loss. Gear up, it is getting real. All right, Jeff article, quote, Kurdistan regional government announced the suspension of official working hours on the occasion of Nowruz holiday. This is a federal holiday countrywide. Don't let them fool you. It's not just a holiday. There's bigger things happening during this period. On the 21st, they will have the ISX shutdown. Just so you know, that was the same official holiday Kuwait utilized. For Iraq, it will be Sunday morning around 7 to 8 a.m. their time when they change the rate. It's got to be a Sunday. History is repeating itself. Iraq is walking in Kuwait's footsteps.